Nostradamus prophecies. Are his future predictions real or myth? Imagine a world teetering on the edge of chaos, where a 16th-century French mystic peers into the mists of time, scribbling cryptic verses that seem to predict wars, disasters, and the rise and fall of empires. His name is Nostradamus, and his prophecies have haunted humanity for nearly 5 centuries, sparking awe, fear, and endless debate. Did he truly see the future, foretelling events like the French Revolution, the rise of Hitler, or even the end of the world? Or are his words a clever illusion, twisted to fit our fears and hopes? Welcome to a spine-chilling journey into one of history's greatest spiritual mysteries, a saga perfect for fans of Unsolved Mysteries and BuzzFeed Unsolved. Settle in because we're diving into the enigma of Nostradamus prophecies, a tale of future predictions and unsolved riddles that will grip you until the final word. Let's unravel the truth behind a man who claimed to see tomorrow. This isn't just a story of an old seer, it's a puzzle that spans centuries, a historical enigma that blends true crime's intrigue with the eerie allure of the supernatural. For every prophecy that seems to hit the mark, another shrouds itself in ambiguity, pulling us into a world where the line between foresight and fiction blurs. Are Nostradamus' visions real, or are we seeing what we want to believe? As we explore this spiritual mystery, I'll guide you through his cryptic quatrains, their chilling connections to history, and the theories that keep his prophecies alive in our imagination. So brace yourself for a journey into the unknown, where the Nostradamus enigma stands as a testament to humanity's obsession with the future. Michel de Nostradamus, known as Nostradamus, was born in 1503 in Saint-Rémy de Provence, France. A physician, astrologer, and scholar, he lived during a turbulent era of plague, war, and religious strife. By his 50s, he turned to prophecy, publishing Les Prophéties in 1555, a collection of 942 poetic quatrains, 4-line verses written in cryptic Old French, Latin, and Greek, per the Complete Prophecies of Nostradamus, 1997. These verses, grouped in centuries, claim to predict events from his time to the end of the world, supposedly in 3797 per Nostradamus. The Illustrated Prophecies, 2001. His work, blending astrology, biblical allusion, and dreamlike imagery, became a sensation, earning him patrons like Catherine de' Medici, per History Today, 1985. But his vague, symbolic language lacking dates or clear names makes interpretation a maze, fueling the spiritual mystery that grips true crime fans with its eerie, unsolved allure. Nostradamus claimed his visions came from divine inspiration, guided by stargazing, scrying, crystal gazing, and trance-like states, per his 1555 preface to Les Prophéties. He wrote in code to avoid persecution by the Inquisition, which burned heretics for divination, per the Catholic Historical Review, 1990. His quatrains, like riddles, describe floods, fires, kings, and wars, often tied to cosmic signs like comets or eclipses. By his death in 1566, his fame spread across Europe, and his prophecies were linked to events like the 1572 St. Bartholomew's Day Massacre, per Journal of Renaissance Studies, 2003. This historical enigma, discussed on the History Channel, 2009, hooks 18 to 35-year-olds who love BuzzFeed Unsolved's blend of history and suspense. Let's explore his most famous prophecies, starting with the French Revolution. Century 1, Quatrain 14 reads, "From the enslaved populace, songs, chants, and demands / while princes and lords are held captive in prisons / these will in the future by headless idiots / be received as divine prayers." Interpreters like Erica Cheetham in the Final Prophecies of Nostradamus, 1989, tie this to 1789, when French peasants stormed the Bastille, guillotining Louis XVI and Marie Antoinette by 1793, per the French Revolution, 1988. The headless idiots evoke the beheaded nobility, a chilling match that fuels Nostradamus' mystique. Yet skeptics, per a 2010 Skeptical Inquirer article, Note the quatrain's vagueness. Revolts and executions were common in Nostradamus' time, like the 1525 German Peasants' War, per European History Quarterly, 1995. This debate, alive on Reddit's r/history, keeps the prophecy an unsolved mystery. Another eerie prediction is the rise of Hitler. Century 2, Quatrain 24 states, "Beasts ferocious with hunger will cross the rivers / the greater part of the battlefield will be against Hister / into a cage of iron will the great one be drawn / when the child of Germany observes nothing." Many per Nostradamus and his prophecies 1961, see Hister as Hitler, whose Nazi forces swept Europe, crossing rivers like the Rhine, with Germany's child, ignoring his atrocities, per The Rise and Fall of the Third Reich, 1960. The Cage of Iron evokes Hitler's 1945 bunker suicide, per Der Spiegel, 2005. But Hister was a Roman term for the Danube River, per Oxford Classical Dictionary, 1996. And Nostradamus likely meant a local conflict, per Journal of Historical Studies, 2012. This ambiguity, featured on Paranormal Caught on Camera 2020, grips true crime fans with its Stranger Things-like chill. The Great Fire of London in 1666 is another claimed hit. Century 2, Quatrain 51 reads, "The blood of the just will be demanded of London / burnt by fire in 3 × 20+6 / the ancient lady will fall from her high place / and many of the same sect will be killed." Interpreters link 3 × 20+6 to 1666, when flames destroyed 80% of London, killing thousands, per The Great Fire 2003. The ancient lady may be St. Paul's Cathedral, which collapsed, and the just could be plague victims, per London Journal, 1998. Yet fires ravaged cities like Paris in 1524, per Renaissance Quarterly 2000, and 1666 wasn't named explicitly, per Skeptic Magazine 2015. This prophecy, debated on X's r/paranormal, fuels the spiritual mystery with its eerie precision. Modern events also draw attention. Century 8, Quatrain 1 mentions Pau ne Laurent and a king who will be anointed. Some rearranged Pau ne Laurent to Napoleon Roy, Napoleon King, tying it to Napoleon Bonaparte's 1804 coronation per Napoleon, A Life 2014. Others see 9/11 in Century 6, Quatrain 97. At 45 degrees the sky will burn / fire to approach the great new city / in an instant a great scattered flame will leap up. New York, near 45 degrees latitude, saw the Twin Towers fall in 2001, per the New York Times 2001, but skeptics note New City could mean Lisbon in 1531, per Journal of Urban History 2007. These links, shared on the Confessionals 2021, hook sci-fi fans craving future predictions. What about Doomsday? Century 10, Quatrain 72 reads, "In the year 1999 and 7 months / from the sky will come a great king of terror / to bring back to life the great king of the Mongols / before and after Mars to reign by good luck." Many feared an apocalypse in July 1999, tying it to Genghis Khan's return or a comet strike, per The Independent, 1998. Nothing happened, but believers shift dates to future eclipses, like 2029's Apophis asteroid, per NASA, 2023. This prophecy, discussed on Reddit's r/high strangeness, keeps the unsolved mystery alive with its apocalyptic dread. Why do Nostradamus prophecies endure? Their vagueness is key. Quatrains lack specifics, allowing endless reinterpretation, per Psychology Today, 2013. Confirmation bias, seeing hits and ignoring misses amplifies their allure, per Scientific American, 2018. Over 70% of his 942 quatrains remain unlinked to events, per Nostradamus. A Critical Analysis, 2006. Yet his defenders, like John Hogan Nostradamus, The Complete Prophecies 1997, claim 50% accuracy, citing Napoleon and World War II. His astrological methods, tied to planetary alignments, were standard in the 1500s, per Journal of Astrology 1990, but modern astronomy dismisses them, per Sky and Telescope 2015. This tension, debated on r/skeptic, fuels the spiritual mystery. Paranormal theories add intrigue. Some believe Nostradamus tapped a divine or cosmic source, per Mysteries of the Unknown, 1988. A 2019 Paranormal Review article suggests he used astral projection, glimpsing timelines beyond his era. Others link his visions to demons or aliens, per Ancient Aliens 2016, citing his trance-like methods. These ideas shared on X's are /conspiracy thrill fans craving supernatural answers. Skeptics counter that he recycled myths in history, like Rome's fall, per Classical Quarterly 2009, crafting vague verses to seem prophetic, per The New Republic 2012. Modern claims keep Nostradamus relevant. Some tie Century 5, Quatrain 23 to AI's rise. Two rivers joined. The false ones will be driven out / the old man will hold the empire in his hand. Tech enthusiasts on r/futurology see AI as the old man ruling data streams, per Wired 2024, but rivers likely meant 16th century trade routes, per Economic History Review 2005. Others link quatrains to climate change or pandemics, like COVID-19, per The Sun 2020. Though no verse names viruses explicitly. These stretches, fueled by 400,000 annual Nostradamus searches, per Google Trends 2025, keep his prophecies a historical enigma. Why no proof? Nostradamus' original texts, preserved in Lyon's archives, are authentic, per Bibliothèque Municipale de Lyon 2010, but their ambiguity defies verification. No quatrain predicts a specific date or name beyond dispute, per Journal of Historical Methodology, 2014. His defenders say future events like a 2030s, Third Antichrist await fulfillment, per Nostradamus 2025, 2024. Critics call it a prophecy trap vague enough to always fit something, per The Atlantic 2019. For our/unresolved mysteries fans, it's a true crime-like saga with no culprit, only verses that tease the future. Nostradamus' legacy is vast. Les Prophéties has sold millions, translated into 40 languages, per Publishers Weekly, 2000. Films like The Man Who Saw Tomorrow 1981, narrated by Orson Welles, drew 10 million viewers, per Variety, 1981. His name spikes during crises like 9/11 or 2020's pandemic, per Google Analytics, 2021. Festivals in Saint-Rémy honor him yearly, per France Tourism, 2023. This spiritual mystery, blending future predictions and paranormal allure, captivates young listeners binging lore or scrolling X. It's a saga where time itself is the riddle, an unsolved enigma that whispers of tomorrow. What are Nostradamus' prophecies? Likely a mix of poetic genius, historical recycling, and human hope, tinged with the eerie sense of foresight. No quatrain proves he saw the future, yet none disproves it. This historical enigma, rooted in 1555's real verses, challenges our grasp of fate. Is he a prophet, a poet, or a mirror of our fears? The Nostradamus prophecies stand as a spiritual mystery, a future prediction that haunts us still. So, what do you make of Nostradamus' prophecies? Are they true visions of the future, clever riddles, or just shadows we chase in the dark? Have you found a quatrain that chills you? Or felt the pull of another spiritual mystery? This unsolved tale of a 16th century seer reminds us that some enigmas transcend time. A true crime-like saga written in stars and secrets. I want to hear your thoughts. Drop them in the comments. Which prophecy haunts you? Do you believe Nostradamus saw tomorrow? Or was he a master of illusion? Share your own eerie predictions or insights. If you're hooked on unsolved mysteries, historical enigmas, and true crime like I am, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell. We've got more chilling tales coming, stories of visions, conspiracies, and puzzles that will keep you up at night. If you enjoyed this dive into Nostradamus prophecies, give it a like and share it with a friend who loves a good spiritual mystery. Until next time, keep your eyes on the stars and your mind open, because in the world of Nostradamus, the future is never certain. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the unknown.